Underneath the fun and excitement surrounding the rituals of dirt track racing at local speedways are the spinning wheels of economic good small town racetracks bring to their communities.
You know, oftentimes people think of racing as the big super speedways, which we all see and know and love. But the fact is that there's 1,500 other smaller racetracks all around the country serving our communities. And so
Karen Bailey Chapman is a senior vice president at Specialty Equipment Market Association, an automotive industry trade group that supports motorsports. To help shine a light on the fiscal importance of the sport, SEMA set out to quantify how weekly events at rural racetracks contribute to the economies of surrounding communities.
For every race car you see out there, there's parts that are being sold by manufacturers around the country. There's venues that also employ people to make it all happen. And then, of course, the outer part of that impact is, you know, from the hospitality perspective. And so we really wanted to really focus in on what the story behind the story is, and the fact that it's, you know, I think there's a lot more that goes into what you see every weekend at your local racetrack than just the cars racing around.
According to a 2025 study by SEMA subsidiary Performance Racing Industry, motorsports across the country contributes over $69 billion to the U.S. economy. The study revealed that in Iowa, the total economic output of motorsports neared $1.7 billion last year.
Welcome to the high banks of Marshalltown.
In Marshall County, Iowa, home to the Marshalltown Speedway, Performance Racing Industry calculates the financial boost from motorsports to the community at more than $15 million annually.
You know, for 63 consecutive years, there's always been racing in Marshalltown. It's always happened. What these racers bring when they come to town, they're stopping at their gas stations, they're stopping at restaurants. It does impact the economics of the city.
With its high bank turns, the quarter-mile Marshalltown Speedway is nicknamed the bucket list track, a track drivers want to race at least once. The attraction to the oval track and its legacy have helped cement the Speedway's relationship with the city of Marshalltown.
And we are lucky here. We have a lot of community businesses that support the racetrack.
From replacement parts and fresh tires to fuel and food, owning and driving any race car can be an expensive investment, which often only yields the thrill of racing.
Some of these guys have got, you know, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 invested in their race car, which is, you know, for the weekly racer is a hobby. It's not, you know, they're not getting rich. They're doing it to have fun. They're doing it, they're passionate about it.
Van Sickle adds the passion for motorsports can be seen as a linchpin connecting the drivers and the fans.
The reality is you can't go drive a car at 100 mile an hour into a corner out on the street, but you can come and watch somebody here do it.
You don't really have the opportunity to sort of overanalyze stuff. That's, in a nutshell, why I love coming dirt racing.
So we appreciate you all coming out. We appreciate you all being here. We wish everybody the best of luck tonight.
Pat Rachel's, China Grove, North Carolina. Original hometown was Knoxville, Iowa. I mean, the whole experience is awesome, right? I mean, I love everything about it. I mean, my favorite part probably is in the heat of the race. Everything happens fast. You don't really have time to weigh your options, right? You're just making decisions and going. Things are flying at you, and it's always different. Every lap's different. That's probably my favorite part about it.
Pat Rachels is a second-generation owner-driver who had a hold of a steering wheel before he could walk. Rachels has carried his love of racing into adulthood as a senior engineer for Toyota Racing Development in North Carolina. His work supports multiple teams in NASCAR and other professional Toyota racing crews. When the opportunity presents itself, Rachels finds his way to his favorite dirt track in the country, the Southern Iowa Speedway.
So it's almost two completely different worlds. At the NASCAR level, everything is so fine-tuned, and there's so many people and resources behind a single car. Millions of dollars and you know, tens or hundreds of engineers and mechanics. At this level, it's you and a couple of your buddies do it all. You just have to go with it. You know, you make it work and you get to the racetrack, and everybody at the racetrack is in the same situation when you race, you know, at a local level like that. And that really makes the camaraderie tighter because everybody's living what you're living to get to the racetrack, and so you end up developing some really good friendships.
You know, the racing's about family. If you've got a racetrack in your community and you've always thought, why should I go? Just go to support it. It supports community, it supports the people that are passionate about it, and a lot of times it is a business, and it supports that business, and it keeps that avenue open for the people who really enjoy it every week.
For Market to Market, I'm John Torpy.